hate.
Yo ninjas, welcome back to the show. So today we're gonna talk about Akira Toriyama 1 year later. It's hard to believe that it's already a year since Akira Toriyama passed away. It's still sad to think about. For me, he was one of the biggest reasons that I wanted to create manga. At first I just wanted to make my own anime, something like Dragon Ball, though not literally of course. But over time my dream shifted from making anime to creating manga. So here we are. Of course Toriyama wasn't my only inspiration, but for me he will always be the number one. I always dreamed of going to Japan and meeting Akira Toriyama in person, thanking him, showing how much he inspired me and also my work as a creator, hoping that in his eyes I would be worthy. But last year I heard the news and was in shock. At first I couldn't even believe it at first. I saw it randomly on Facebook from a post from someone. I thought it might have been fake or something, but then later realizing it was real, it definitely hit me hard. Have you ever met Akira Toriyama in real life? If so, how was it like? Or did you ever dream of meeting him as well? Also, Dragon Ball Daima's final episode is set to air on March 1st or until about March 1st, at the same date that Akira Toriyama passed away. It also feels like a way to celebrate his legacy with the series for those who already have been watching it. I personally have been enjoying Daima for a bit. I'm still unsure completely how to feel about it overall. It's fun for me, but for me Dragon Ball and Z are still the best. Well, technically there was no Z in the manga. It was originally just Dragon Ball, but the anime added the Z. So in the end I think that Dragon Ball and Z are the complete package, even though there's a time skip from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z. So yeah ninjas, to honor and remember Akira Toriyama, I wanted to make this video and talk a bit about him. Also will be drawing a manga illustration as a tribute. And also let me know in the comments, how did Akira Toriyama inspire you, if he did at all. Alright, let's go ninjas! Number 1. Dragon Ball Daima. For those who don't know, Dragon Ball Daima is set to end on March the 1st, 2025, marking the first anniversary of Akira Toriyama's passing. This timing makes it a heartfelt tribute to the legendary creator. The series premiered on October 11, 2024 and is running for 20 episodes. It's streaming on Crunchyroll and Netflix. And also many fans celebrate this as Dragon Ball's 40th anniversary. This series has become a fresh yet nostalgic addition to the Dragon Ball franchise. So for those wondering what the story is all about, it's about Goku and his friends that are mysteriously turned into children by an unknown force. Then they embark on a thrilling adventure to uncover the truth to restore their original forms. The series blends intense battles, new enemies and classic adventure tones similar to the early Dragon Ball days. Also, the key details are that Akira Toriyama was heavily involved in the story and designs before his passing, and the animation style combines classic Dragon Ball aesthetics with modern visuals. So unlike Dragon Ball Super, Daima is an original anime project, not based on a manga. What makes Dragon Ball Daima special? Well, it's a mix of classic adventure with high energy battles and brings back Toriyama's signature humor with world building, and also the 40th anniversary celebration that blends the nostalgia with some fresh new storytelling. So it's an exciting new take on the Dragon Ball universe and fans can't wait to see how it unfolds. So what are your thoughts so far on Dragon Ball Daima? Number 2. Akira Toriyama's art and unique style. So one of the biggest reasons Dragon Ball stands out is because of Akira Toriyama's distinctive art style. His artwork is instantly recognizable, with clean lines, expressive characters, a dynamic sense of motion that makes every fight scene feel alive. Toriyama also had a great talent for designing characters and memorable characters. If you just look at Dragon Ball's characters, you can just instantly see how recognizable the characters are, like Goku, Vegeta, or even minor characters like Mr. Satan or Hercule for some of you. He was also a master of facial expressions and comedy. Whether it was Goku's innocent grin or Vegeta's annoyed scowl, his characters always felt alive with emotion. Even during serious fights, he knew how to add fun expressions, keeping the tone balanced. His panel flow, pages, the way he drew the panels and the layout, it was easy to read and get into. You just pick up the manga and start reading. It's easy to follow, and he definitely was a master of creating the manga pages and panels in a way that it was readable. You just pick it up and your eyes just move without thinking, reading the manga. Of course, these action scenes were translated to the anime. He made the fights feel real fast, powerful, and yeah, through the smart paneling, weighty impacts and exaggerating movements, his battle choreography was so good that many modern manga artists still look to him for inspiration. If I also work on my own manga, I definitely also flip through Dragon Ball here and there sometimes to get inspired and how he did what he did, to learn from Dragon Ball through the manga and then apply what he did to my own work or things here and there. Yet also a real sci-fi vehicle obsession. Did you know that Toriyama loved cars and machines? Well, if you have read Dragon Ball or watched Dragon Ball, you most likely have seen it. That's also why Dragon Ball's world is filled with unique vehicles, from Bulma's capsules to Frieza's spaceship. This mechanical style carried over into his work on the Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger games as well. So Toriyama's influence on manga and anime goes beyond just the storytelling. Also his artistic vision shaped an entire generation of creators, and his designs definitely stood out as well. That was definitely a great skill that he had to add to the manga stories that he created and many other worlds that he created as well. Number 3. Toriyama's other works beyond Dragon Ball. So most of you probably know Dragon Ball the most of his works, but he also created a lot of other works. Before Dragon Ball, Toriyama also created Dr. Slump, which is a sci-fi manga about a little robot girl named Arel and her chaotic adventures. This series was a massive hit and proved Toriyama's talent for humor and storytelling. Goku even meets Arel in crossover episode of Dragon Ball Super. In the year 2000, he also created Sandland, that was one of Toriyama's later works. Sandland is a post-apocalyptic adventure about a demon prince named Beelzebub. This series finally is getting also an anime and a video game adaptation, showing how timeless his storytelling actually is. Later on, he also created Jacko the Galactic Patrolman in 2013, a prequel to Dragon Ball. His manga introduced Jacko, a goofy space cop, and even revealed that Bulma had an older sister named Fights. It connected directly to Goku's origins and added depth to the Dragon Ball universe. Akira Toriyama also had a great influence on video games. Toriyama's love for character and monster design led him to create the art for Dragon Quest, one of Japan's biggest RPG franchises. He also designed characters for Chrono Trigger, one of the most beloved RPGs of all time. So Toriyama wasn't just a Dragon Ball creator, he shaped anime, manga and even video games in ways most people don't even realize. Number 4. The global impact of Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball isn't just a popular anime, it's one of the most influential series in history. So how did Dragon Ball took over the world? In the 90s and 2000s, Dragon Ball Z exploded in North America, Latin America and Europe. In places like Mexico, Brazil and France, Dragon Ball was so huge that the final episodes of Dragon Ball Z had TV ratings higher than major sport events. Dragon Ball helped pioneer anime dubs worldwide, making Japanese animation mainstream. It was also the birth of many anime tropes, so many anime today wouldn't exist without Dragon Ball. Toriyama's work set the standard for tournament arcs, which also happened in Naruto, My Hero Academia and Hunter x Hunter, among some of the other manga/anime. And also the Super Saiyan transformations, like with Bleach Bankai or One Piece gear system. And of course the power scaling in epic fights, which also happens in Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen and many other shows. Even outside of anime, Dragon Ball influenced the Western media. Rappers like Kanye, Childish Gambino reference it in lyrics, or movies like The Matrix, Kung Fu Panda, bro, its martial arts influence, or UFC fighters, NBA players, and even WWE wrestlers shout out Dragon Ball all the time. So Dragon Ball isn't just a manga or anime, it's a global phenomenon. Number 5. Akira Toriyama's humor and personality. So despite creating some of the most badass fights in anime history, Akira Toriyama never took himself too seriously. Toriyama was extremely shy. Unlike many famous creators, Toriyama rarely made public appearances. While many mangaka don't make a lot of public appearances because they kinda want to stay anonymous. Instead of drawing himself normally in interviews, he depicted himself as a robot, a fish, a chicken. He even joked about being lazy like one. His love for gags and parodies. Even in Dragon Ball Z most serious moments, Toriyama never forget comedy. Just like Mr. Roshi's pervy shit, Goku being hilarious clueless about love and relationships, Vegeta's tsundere personality and rivalry with Goku, and breaking the fourth wall like when Goku acknowledged just the narrator. He also often forgot his own story, like Toriyama wasn't a planner, he made up Dragon Ball as he went. That's why he forgot Super Saiyan 2 existed, he forgot Launch was a character, he forgot why Saiyans have tails in the first place. I believe he did remember about Launch, but thought he forgot about Launch. So what actually happened with Launch was, in an interview where someone asked, I noticed that Launch disappeared after Reddit's came, what was she doing? Akira Toriyama, to tell you the truth, I totally forgot about her at one point and then remembered her after a while, and I had to think of a reason why she disappeared. So I made it seem as if she were running after Ten Shinhan. So he basically forgot that he didn't finish Launch her storyline. Also, people online are talking about that the specifics of the matters that he remembered Super Saiyan 2, but somehow thought that Super Saiyan 3 was Super Saiyan 2 and forgot the specific appearance of Super Saiyan 2. So he somehow blended Super Saiyan 1 and 2 together at some point. So yeah, that's also the part of the charm of Akira, that he created Dragon Ball for fun, and yeah, that's why we love it, right? Number 6. The catalyst for Dragon Ball Super. Something terrible happened to Dragon Ball in 2009. A certain live-action movie was released, one that shocked and disappointed the fans worldwide. A movie so infamous that it can never be undone. A movie so horrific that even Akira Toriyama himself was shocked. Yes, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Evolution. Toriyama was so appalled by the film that he felt he had to take back control of his own creation. He once said, quote, after seeing that movie, I realized I should be more involved with my own work. So determined to erase the horror of Dragon Ball Evolution, Toriyama returned to the studio and became deeply involved in new Dragon Ball projects, which led to the creation of the revival of Dragon Ball with Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods in 2013. That was written by Toriyama himself, which had a great worldwide box office of $51 million. And after that, Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F in 2015, also written by Toriyama, with a box office of $64.8 million. Even bigger than Battle of Gods, proving Dragon Ball was back. These movies were so successful that they directly led to the creation of Dragon Ball Super in 2015 until in 2018. The biggest Dragon Ball movie of all time then became my favorite, Dragon Ball Super Broly in 2018. The worldwide box office for this one was over $124.6 million, making it the highest grossing Dragon Ball movie ever. So why was it a game changer? They reinvented Broly as a canon character, making him a fan favorite. This also featured some of the best animation in Dragon Ball history thanks to the director Tatsuya Nagamine and animation lead Naohiro Shintani. This proved that Dragon Ball could dominate the global box office. So this success also paved the way for Dragon Ball Super Superhero in 2022 and future Dragon Ball projects. So in a way you could argue, like, was Dragon Ball Evolution a good thing? It's crazy to think about it in some ways. Dragon Ball Evolution's failure might actually have been a blessing in disguise. Like, if that disaster did not happen, Toriyama might never have stepped back into creating these incredible stories. So who knows what the Dragon Ball universe would look like today. What do you think? Was Dragon Ball Evolution the worst thing ever? Or did it unintentionally actually save Dragon Ball? To trigger Toriyama for wanting to erase the movie in a way by making new Dragon Ball projects alive. Number 7. The future of Dragon Ball without Toriyama. So, with Akira Toriyama gone, what now happens to Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball Daima was his final project. It has been said that Toriyama was heavily involved in Dragon Ball Daima, meaning that this is the last anime with his full input. So many fans are excited how it concludes. Will there be more Dragon Ball? Even though Toriyama is no longer with us, Dragon Ball is too big to end completely. And also I think that the big studios definitely want to milk it further. So the possible future projects include the continuation of Dragon Ball Super, anime and manga, more movies like Dragon Ball Super, Broly and Superhero, new video games of course like Dragon Ball Fighter Z and some of the new ones. Fighter Z was also a massive hit. So in the end, while Dragon Ball most likely will continue, I do think there is no replacing for Akira Toriyama. His legacy will always be the heart of this series, but some will keep the legacy going. And of course, if it still makes money, I think the people behind it that have all the copyrights will definitely try to keep it going as much as possible. And here's also a bonus section of Dragon Ball Super Gallery. So for those who don't know, the Dragon Ball Super Gallery is a project that commemorating the 40-year anniversary of Dragon Ball, organized by Psycho Jump. And every month, different mangaka redesigned one of the 42 of the series until January 2025. So here, let's check out all the covers that have been created by also other famous mangaka and maybe some of your favorites as well. So the first one here is by Masashi Kishimoto from Naruto. The next one is from Tite Kubo from Bleach. The next one is from Osamu Akimoto from Kochikame Tokyo Beat Cups. The next one is from Ryue Tamura from Beelzebub. The next one is from Tatsuki Fujimoto from Chainsaw Man. The next one is from Koyoharu Kotoge from Demon Slayer or Kimetsu no Yaiba. The next one is from Shinohara Kenta from Sket Dance. The next one is from Tatsuya Endo from Spy X Family. The next one is from Hiroshi Shibashi, Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan. The next one is from Mitsutoshi Shimabukuro from Toriko. The next one is from Yusei Matsui from Assassination Classworm. The next one is from Hirohiko Araki from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The next one is from Kyosuke Usuta from Pyoto Fuka Jaguar. The next one is Koji Inada from Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai. The next one is from Mikio Ikimoto from Boruto Next Generations. The next one is from Tadashi Fujimaki from Kuroko's Basketball. The next one is from Akira Amano from Katekyo Hitman Reborn. The next one is from Kentaro Yabuki from Toloveru. The next one is from Hidaki Sorachi from Gintama. The next one is from Posuka Demisu from The Promised Neverland. The next one is from Boichi, the artist of Dr. Stone. The next one is from Shun Saeki from Food Wars Shokugeki no Soma. The next one is from Yuki Tabata from Black Clover. The next one is from Kazue Kato from Blue Exorcist. The next one is from Yasuhisa Hara from Kingdom. The next one is from Shuichi Aso from The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. The next one is from Katsura Hoshino from D. Greyman. The next one is from Gege Akutami from Jujutsu Kaisen. The next one is from Sue Ishida from Tokyo Ghoul. The next one is from Yusuke Murata from One Punch Man. The next one is from Yoshifumi Tozuka from Undead Unlock. The next one is from Takeshi Obata from Death Note. The next one is from Nao Oishi from Dragon Ball SD. The next one is from Hiroyuki Asada from Tegami Baichi. The next one is from Toyotaro from Dragon Ball Super. The next one is from Takahiko Inoue from Slam Dunk. The next one is from Yoshihiro Togashi from Hunter x Hunter. The next one is from Morita Masanori from Rokudenashi Blues. The next one is from Kohei Horikoshi from My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero Academia. The next one is from Nobuhiro Watsuki from Rurouni Kenshin. The next one is from Masakusa Katsura from Video Girl Eye. And the last but not least from the great Eiichiro Oda from One Piece. So these were all the volumes that the other famous mangaka redrew for Dragon Ball. Let me know what was your favorite and maybe some of your favorite mangaka here that also redrew the Dragon Ball covers. The final thoughts. Akira Toriyama wasn't just a manga artist, he was a legend who shaped manga and anime forever. From Dragon Ball to Dr. Slump to Dragon Quest, his impact is definitely undeniable. So how did Akira Toriyama inspire you? What was your favorite Dragon Ball moment? Who is your favorite character from Dragon Ball or his other creations and why? Let me know in the comments. And also don't forget to once in a while pick up the Dragon Ball or one of his other mangas once again, or watch one of his shows, or go back in time watching some of the old Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. I do remember back in the days seeing Super Saiyan for the first time on television and then literally getting goosebumps while watching it for that epic moment in anime history. If you think back, it was actually a golden moment in time. Because now these days, I think it won't happen again. The first time seeing the Super Saiyan on television. Now with the interwebs, there are spoilers everywhere. Even I got some major spoilers for the Dragon Ball Daimas. But back then it wasn't really much of a thing, so far I remember. There were spoilers here and there, I guess. For those who were up to date with the Japanese anime of Dragon Ball Z, GT. But in the end, let's not forget Akira Toriyama and how he impacted many lives globally. Rest in peace, rest in power, Akira Toriyama. Thank you for what you have given us. Thank you. Alright ninjas, thank you very much for watching once again. Good luck with your endeavors, projects or things you're working on. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Just wanted to talk a bit about Akira Toriyama. And yeah, that's about it for now. Good luck and see you ninjas the next time. Ninjakees out. Ninjakees. Thanks for joining once again, Ninjas, NINJABOX, ishhh, and see you ninjas the next time. Ninjakees out.